Okay, so I've came into Boots. I'm just going to speak with the ops manager, Richard, as far as followship is concerned. Okay, so hello, Richard.
Good afternoon, Craigos.
In terms of followers, what does a good follower look like for you?
So I guess there's a number of different layers when it comes to follow. If you look at it in terms of the guys that we have working in store here, a good follower to me is someone who's absolutely engaged in the vision of the company, gets the operational and task side of it done to a really high standard. But I guess the biggest point of all is a follower for me is somebody who absolutely gets customer, so is really intuitive in what the customer needs, is happy to drop anything to look after a customer, but absolutely gets what it is that customer care looks like from a company and also from an individual point of view. But when you use the term follower, it's very loose in the way in which it's laid out, because whilst we class ourselves as leaders in a business, we very much look like followers when it comes to the bigger picture. So we all have rules, regulations and visions that we have to follow from a company and a strategic point of view. So whilst we look for really good followers in terms of store colleagues in store, we are very much modelled on followers from a strategic point of view as well.
Okay, so for a competent follower, how do you gain commitment from them?
So I guess the biggest thing that we can offer to all of our followers or store colleagues is actually to engage and empower them. So it's about making sure that they understand what it is that they do well, what it is that they could do better, but also give them the flexibility and the power to actually think for themselves and do the job for themselves. So we're very much different to the old style of management, where it was very much task focused and very much machine led. We're very much along the lines of giving people the power to do the job and to think for themselves and to bring a bit of creativity and spark into their everyday work life, which also links very well into the strategic goals of the company, I guess. Okay,
so what is the strategic goals?
So the strategic goals, there's 6 pillars that underline the strategic elements of the company. So one of them is to be the #1 healthcare partner of choice. The second one is to have a fully engaged and empowered team. The third one is to be #1 for customer care. The fourth one is to have the most loyal customer base. And the sixth one is to be much more streamlined and efficient in the operations in which we follow. So as you can see there, the one about empowering our colleagues is very much along the lines of one of them key strategic pillars of the company objectives.
So that strategic goal to be an empowered team, will that lead to a bigger picture, like achieving a vision?
Yeah, I think when you look at the bigger picture of the company in the last couple of years, the vision is very much along the lines of being recognised on the high street as being #1 for customer care. The company have recognised that the processes that we had in place around almost dictating to people what it was that we wanted to do were not particularly effective. So in the last couple of years we've very much looked along the lines of having a vision to be #1 for customer care, but also looking at the people element and how that really links into what we're trying to do. So there's a lot of things that the company have done to help us achieve that vision. There's very much a lot of work in terms of the people that we bring into the company from the start off. So the people that come in now will have much more of a higher calibre than maybe people we've employed in the past. But it's also about giving people their own understanding of how they contribute towards the vision. A vision is nothing unless you've got people to actually contribute towards that. So whilst there's a lot of work goes on in the background to achieve that vision, it's all about the people in which work with us on a daily basis to serve them customers day in, day out.
So would that be through like coaching them and
absolutely. The biggest thing around the whole element that we're calling performance management at the moment is very much around coaching people and giving them that feedback. Coaching is a very important tool to get the best out of our people. If we're not able to coach and give people feedback daily, then it's very difficult for us to get people to achieve what it is that they need to achieve. So coaching is something which should also almost be second nature to any leader and any manager in the business, because we get the opportunity to take a step back and see what people are doing day in, day out, really, and without coaching we would be nowhere near achieving the vision that we're aiming for.
Okay, so on a more personal view now, could you just explain what traits you bring to the leader role?
Absolutely. I guess there are a number of traits which I bring. First one, very supportive person. I've come through a role within the company where coaching has been fundamental to me. So I guess the supportive element of it is something which I'm trying to bring into my own leadership style. But also it's having that intelligence to understand what people are thinking and actually try and be on the same wavelength of them. But on saying that, probably the biggest one is the direction. I'm quite direct in terms of getting the point across to people. So whilst I am there to support people, you can only go so far with support before you need to become quite direct and make people understand that there is still a job to be done. So it's very supportive, but also very direct when it comes to getting the point across. So.
Okay, cheers, Richard.
No worries.
Thank you.